Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start this playthrough of Game of Thrones. This is the game done by Cyanide Studios. And it's coming from a pretty good storyline driven series of books. And I'm hoping that the game itself is gonna kind of keep up with not necessarily the books, but just have good storytelling.
Year 298. Westeros, realm of the Seven Kingdoms. The world has changed. The ancient Targaryen line of kings had its fire extinguished after reigning over the Seven Kingdoms for many centuries. Robert Baratheon's rebellion unified most of the realm's great houses under a single banner, thus bringing about the fall of the Targaryens. Thus, 15 years ago, he acceded to the Iron Throne, becoming Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. Far from the Game of Thrones and political intrigues, far to the north, in the land where winter seems never to die, a border cuts the continent in two, the Wall. The Night's Watch has been its guardian for thousands of years, protecting the realm at all costs from wildling attacks and other menaces from beyond. The danger is constant, the cold is bitter, and death is sweet for those who fall. At times, even the bravest warriors give up and attempt to escape this white purgatory.
Somewhere south of the wall. Somewhere south of the wall? Huh. Alright, I guess there's nothing there. That's an ugly dog.
I knew that you were the one he'd send, Mars. Damned moment. It had to be you, huh?
It's over, old brother. All your attempts are in vain. You know I'll end up taking you to Castle Black, dead or alive.
Why not let me get away for old time's sake? After all, we're brothers.
You betrayed us by attempting to escape, my friend. My duty is to bring you back. You know there's only one way to leave the Night's Watch.
I'm sorry, Mars, you leave me no choice. Oh, shit.
"15 years. It's been 15 years since you abandoned your family and your lands to walk the icy stones of the wall, the sole barrier against the darkness that threatens to sweep down from the north. Your crime was choosing to act on the integrity of a world divided." Yada yada yada. Alright, so, if you needed to read that part for whatever reason, you could go ahead and just pause that. This is going to be the character creation, so here's your character background. I'm going to kind of flip-flop around through most of this character creation, because the way character creation in most games work is you'll pick a class out of these three, and then usually it gives you something like stat building, followed by skills and stuff like that, and skills are based off of stats. So I'll probably be going through, yeah, I'm just going to go through, I'm going to plow all these in here. We'll just drop these willy-nilly around here. Okay, so here's the skill sets, and as you can see, they go up by different things. There's strength and agility. These are done by endurance and strength. So now that we know kind of the stats that we want, we're gonna go back here and readjust them. We're gonna kind of up strength a little bit. We're gonna keep agility a little bit higher because we want that attack speed, and I guess we'll use luck as our defensive stat, really. Yeah, we'll go with luck because I'd rather not get hit at all as opposed to everything else, and we'll put this last point in strength. So strength agility is going to be our high points. This is a bleed attack, AoE, and a stun. Okay, that sounds pretty well rounded. We'll do that. The way skills work in this is everything that's green, you get 2 points when you put 1 point into it. So we're going to focus on swords, we're going to focus on heavy armor, and we're going to focus on the blunted projectiles, because if we do any shooting, I'd probably want to shoot the big things first. Because blunt weapons are effective against stuff with heavy armor. Perforated weapons are good against medium armor, and cutting weapons are good against light armor. Alright, so here's kind of like the skill trait system that they have in this. Skill traits, basically, the way they work is you'll take weaknesses and strength, and there has to be a balance between the two if you're going to take it. So, yeah, deflection. I may take that just because it's a set thing. Anything that's usually set that doesn't really scale as you go higher kind of gets better. So see, allergic is really good because it's plus 3 seconds. So it's plus 3 seconds all the time, which is very good. Asthmatic, plus 8%. Energy. Collapsed lung. Energy recovery, minus 4%. The hard part is that a lot of these are percents, so they do scale with the numbers. But if you're gonna pick a percentage thing, you want to pick one that's not so drastic, I guess. Hit chance minus 5% when 3 points are attacking you. It's not bad. Deflection minus 5% for each opponent finished off by somebody else. I don't know how often I'll have allies that are just killing other people before I get there, so paranoid, psychopath. So let's go with psychopath. Kinda wanna take paranoid too, and that gives me what, 4 points? Opponent is bleeding. Not worried about gifted. That'd be kinda nice. I want brute, because that is a 2% stun, so it doesn't matter what weapon I'm using. I have chances of stunning people randomly throughout the fight. We want Bruiser. Bruiser is the dual-handed weapon, since I'm picking a dual-handed class. It's a good one to have. And we'll grab Adventurer. Actually, maybe I shouldn't go Asthmatic. Well, since I'm going the deflection thing, I might as well just take this one too. That gives me even an extra point. So, do I want to put 1 more point in something else? No, we'll take the point from Adventurer and we'll dump this into Art. Yeah, I think Art of Medicine. Because that's what, bonus healing. Or we can do 3 and do Bleach. No. That's a lot to dump into that. I'll just take the Art of Medicine, which will do good for healing, and then Bruiser to, again, keep my damage up for the type of class I'm playing. And there we go. So balance found.